Positive Pathways, Reimagining Your Future After Divorce. Ciro Irmici. Copyright 2024 Ciro Irmici. All rights reserved. The dawn of a new beginning. Divorce is often portrayed as the end of a journey, a final, heartbreaking chapter in a story that was meant to last a lifetime. It can feel like the closing of a door, leaving behind a trail of loss, grief, and uncertainty. But what if, instead of seeing it as an ending, we reframe divorce as a beginning? A new dawn that, while challenging, brings with it the promise of growth, renewal, and endless possibilities. This book, Positive Pathways, Reimagining Your Future After Divorce, is about that new beginning. It is about the transformative power of choice, the choice to move forward with hope rather than despair, to see opportunities rather than obstacles, and to create a life that feels authentic, joyful, and fulfilling. Here, we embark on a journey together, exploring how to turn what can often feel like the most painful chapter of life into a powerful story of resilience, self-discovery, and personal empowerment. Divorce is never easy. It unearths a flood of emotions: anger, sadness, betrayal, fear, relief, and even guilt. These feelings are natural and necessary, part of the human experience of processing profound loss. But they do not define you, and they certainly do not define your future. In fact, these very emotions can become the foundation for growth and change. Think of them as seeds that, with care and attention, can grow into a garden of new dreams and aspirations. A journey of rediscovery and reinvention. Positive Pathways is not just another self-help book, it is a companion for your journey of rediscovery and reinvention. Each chapter is designed to guide you through different aspects of rebuilding your life after divorce, from healing emotionally and financially to rediscovering your passions and embracing new love. This book provides a holistic approach that touches on every dimension of your life: emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual. In the pages that follow, you'll find practical advice, real-life stories, and actionable steps. But more than that, you'll find a warm, supportive voice encouraging you to take each step with confidence. You are not alone in this journey. Many have walked this path before you, finding light and strength along the way, and you too can emerge from this experience stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true self. Finding meaning in change. Change is one of the most constant forces in our lives, yet it is often the most feared. Divorce, in particular, is one of those seismic shifts that can leave you feeling uprooted and unmoored. But within this change lies the opportunity for profound transformation. It is a chance to look at your life through a new lens, to evaluate what truly matters, and to shed old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve you. What if, instead of focusing on what was lost, you concentrated on what could be gained? What if you could turn the page on this chapter and begin to write a new story, one filled with possibility, passion, and purpose? This book aims to help you do just that. Through introspective exercises, reflective questions, and practical guidance, you will learn to embrace this transition not as a tragedy but as a powerful catalyst for positive change. Rebuilding with intention. Rebuilding after a divorce requires intention. It is not about rushing into a new relationship to fill a void or making drastic changes out of anger or fear. It is about being deliberate in how you choose to rebuild your life. It's about understanding what you want and need, setting clear and compassionate boundaries, and cultivating relationships and experiences that align with your highest values. Whether it's rekindling a career, exploring new hobbies, or building a supportive community, every choice you make from here on is an opportunity to craft a life that reflects who you truly are. This book encourages you to be intentional in all that you do, to move forward with purpose, clarity, and a deep understanding of what brings you genuine joy and fulfillment. Your new pathway awaits. As you turn each page, remember this: you are stronger than you think. You have within you an incredible capacity for growth, healing, and transformation. Divorce may feel like a detour on your life's journey, but it is also a gateway to a new pathway, one that is entirely yours to shape. The chapters ahead will guide you through this transformation step by step, from healing your heart to reimagining your future. Together, we will explore how to build emotional resilience, regain financial independence, nurture new and existing relationships, and cultivate a deep sense of peace and purpose. We will look at practical strategies for overcoming fear, managing change, and embracing a new life that aligns with your true self. So take a deep breath. Allow yourself to feel all that you are feeling. There is no right or wrong way to experience this moment. But also know that within you lies the power to rise, to reclaim your life, and to step confidently into a future filled with hope, love, and endless possibilities. Your new journey begins now. Let's walk this pathway together. Embracing change with an open heart. Divorce is one of life's most profound transitions. It disrupts the plans we made and challenges the very foundations of our emotional and social existence. The ending of a marriage often feels like a whirlwind, overwhelming and disorienting. However, amidst the chaos, there is a hidden opportunity to embrace change with an open heart and redefine what comes next. This chapter is about finding the courage to face this change head-on, transforming it from a source of fear into a catalyst for growth, renewal, and a brighter, more fulfilling future. Understanding the nature of change by its very nature can be uncomfortable. It shakes up the status quo, forcing us out of our comfort zones and into the unknown. Divorce, in particular, is a unique kind of change. It not only affects your relationship status but also permeates almost every aspect of your life. Friendships shift, family dynamics evolve, daily routines are altered, and even your self-identity may feel uncertain. The ripple effects are real and can leave you feeling vulnerable, lost, and apprehensive. But here's the key. Change is not inherently negative. It is neutral, neither good nor bad. The experience of change is shaped by how we respond to it. Instead of resisting the waves of change that come with divorce, imagine learning to ride them with grace. When approached with openness, change can become a powerful tool for personal growth and self-discovery. It provides a moment to pause, reflect, and ask yourself, what do I truly want out of life? Who am I without this relationship? And who do I want to become? Shifting the mindset from resistance to acceptance. The first step to embracing change with an open heart is to shift your mindset from one of resistance to one of acceptance. Resistance to change is a natural human response. We crave stability and predictability. However, clinging to what was rather than accepting what is only prolongs suffering and prevents healing. Acceptance, on the other hand, does not mean resignation. It means acknowledging the reality of your situation without judgment, allowing yourself to feel the full range of emotions that come with it, and then deciding how to move forward from a place of empowerment. Exercise, the power of acceptance journal. Start a journal dedicated to your journey of acceptance. Each day, write down the emotions you are experiencing without censoring or judging yourself. Are you angry, sad, relieved, or hopeful? Maybe you feel all these things at once. Allow yourself to sit with these emotions and observe them without trying to change them. This practice helps to foster self-compassion and opens up space for healing. Letting go of the past to make room for the future. A significant part of embracing change is learning to let go of the past. Holding on to anger, resentment, or regret can weigh heavily on your heart, clouding your vision of the future. Letting go doesn't mean you forget or diminish the significance of your experiences. It means you release the grip that these experiences have on your present and future. It is an act of self-liberation, a conscious decision to free yourself from the emotional chains that keep you tied to a life that no longer exists. Consider the metaphor of a garden. If you want to plant new flowers, you must first clear away the weeds. In the same way, letting go of past hurts and disappointments clears the emotional landscape, making room for new growth, joy, and experiences. Visualization exercise. Releasing the past, find a quiet space where you can be alone with your thoughts. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Visualize the memories, emotions, and thoughts that are weighing you down as heavy stones in a backpack. One by one, imagine yourself removing each stone and setting it down on the ground, feeling lighter with each release. As you remove the last stone, picture yourself standing taller and walking forward with a sense of freedom and lightness. This exercise helps to create a mental shift, allowing you to let go of what no longer serves you. Embracing vulnerability as a strength. Many people see vulnerability as a weakness, especially in the wake of a divorce. We often feel the need to put up walls, hide our pain, and stay strong for ourselves and others. But what if vulnerability is not a weakness, but a profound strength? Being vulnerable means being honest about how you feel, acknowledging your fears and insecurities, and allowing yourself to be seen in your most authentic state. Vulnerability is the birthplace of courage, connection, and creativity. Allow yourself to be vulnerable with trusted friends, family members, or a therapist. Share your story, express your emotions, and be open to receiving support. Vulnerability creates deeper, more meaningful connections and opens the door to healing and growth. Reframing the divorce narrative, society often attaches a stigma to divorce, portraying it as a failure or a tragedy. This narrative can seep into our self-perception, leading to feelings of shame or inadequacy. But what if we could rewrite that narrative? What if we could see divorce as a courageous decision to honor our truth, prioritize our well-being, and create space for something better? By reframing divorce from a story of failure to one of strength, choice, and new beginnings, we reclaim our power. Exercise: rewriting your divorce story. Take a piece of paper and write down the story of your divorce as you currently see it. Include all the emotions, events, and beliefs you have about it. Now, take a deep breath, and on a new sheet of paper, rewrite that story from a place of empowerment. Focus on the strength it took to make difficult decisions, the courage to face change, and the potential that lies ahead. Read this new story whenever you need a reminder of your resilience. Creating a positive vision for the future. Once you have embraced change, let go of the past, and reframed your narrative, it's time to create a positive vision for your future. What does your ideal life look like after divorce? What kind of relationships, career, hobbies, and experiences do you want to cultivate? This is not about creating a rigid plan, but rather about envisioning a life that aligns with your true desires and values. Exercise: vision board for your new life. Create a vision board that reflects your hopes and dreams for the future. Gather magazines, print images, or draw pictures that represent what you want in your new life, be it love, adventure, peace, career success, or personal growth. Place your vision board somewhere visible, and look at it daily as a reminder of where you are headed and the possibilities that await you. Embracing change as a lifelong journey. Embracing change with an open heart is not a one-time decision but a lifelong journey. It requires continuous self-reflection, courage, and a willingness to grow. As you navigate the aftermath of divorce, remember that each step forward is a step toward a more authentic and fulfilling life. Change is the pathway to discovering who you truly are and what you are capable of becoming. Embrace it with an open heart and let it guide you to the life you deserve. Healing the wounds, emotional recovery, and self-care. Divorce is not just a legal separation. It is an emotional journey marked by pain, loss, and a sense of disorientation. When a marriage ends, it can feel as though a part of your life has been ripped away, leaving a void that is difficult to fill. Emotional wounds run deep, and healing is not something that happens overnight. It requires patience, self-compassion, and deliberate effort. This chapter is dedicated to guiding you through the process of emotional recovery and self-care, two essential components for rebuilding a life of joy, peace, and purpose after divorce. Understanding the emotional impact of divorce. Divorce can stir up a whirlwind of emotions: anger, sadness, relief, guilt, fear, confusion, and even shame. These emotions often come in waves, sometimes unexpectedly, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and uncertain about the future. It is crucial to understand that these feelings are a natural part of the grieving process. Just like any significant loss, the end of a marriage needs to be mourned. Your emotions are valid, and they deserve to be acknowledged and processed. In the aftermath of divorce, many people experience what is often called emotional whiplash, a state where conflicting emotions occur simultaneously. You might feel intense anger towards your ex-partner one moment, and deep nostalgia for the good times you shared the next. This is completely normal. Allowing yourself to feel these emotions without judgment is the first step toward healing. Rather than suppressing or denying them, lean into these feelings. They are part of your story, and they need to be felt for you to move forward. The stages of emotional recovery. Healing from divorce is a journey that involves moving through various stages of emotional recovery. Understanding these stages can help you navigate your healing process with more clarity and compassion. The stages do not always follow a linear path. You may find yourself moving back and forth between them. What's important is recognizing that each stage is a part of the journey toward emotional freedom. 1. Shock and denial. This initial stage is marked by disbelief and numbness. You might find it hard to accept that your marriage is over, and you may go through a period of denial where you cling to the hope of reconciliation. This is a normal reaction to loss, and is often the mind's way of cushioning the blow of reality. 2. Pain and guilt. As the reality sets in, you may feel a deep sense of pain and guilt. You might start to question yourself, what you could have done differently, whether you were enough, or if you are somehow to blame. This stage can be incredibly challenging, but it is crucial to remember that guilt is often a byproduct of self-doubt rather than a reflection of truth. 3. Anger and bargaining. In this stage, anger surfaces as you begin to process the injustice or hurt caused by the end of the marriage. You may feel anger toward your ex-partner, yourself, or even the universe. Alongside anger, bargaining might occur, a mental negotiation to reverse the reality of the situation. If only I had done this differently, you might think. This is a natural part of the process. 4. Depression and reflection. This stage is characterized by feelings of sadness, loss, and hopelessness. You may find yourself reflecting deeply on the relationship, your choices, and your future. While this stage can feel heavy, it is also a critical time for introspection and self-awareness. It is where the seeds of new growth begin to take root. 5. Acceptance and rebuilding. Acceptance does not mean forgetting or dismissing the significance of the marriage. It means recognizing that the relationship has ended and beginning to make peace with it. This stage is where you start to rebuild your life, creating new routines, setting new goals, and rediscovering yourself outside the context of your marriage. Practical strategies for emotional healing. While understanding the emotional stages of recovery is important, taking deliberate action toward healing is equally crucial. Here are some practical strategies to support your emotional recovery. 1. Practicing radical self-compassion. Self-compassion is the practice of treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend going through a difficult time. Divorce can often trigger a harsh inner critic, thoughts that you are not enough, that you failed, or that you are unworthy of love. Practicing self-compassion involves recognizing these thoughts as untrue and replacing them with gentler, more nurturing ones. Exercise. Self-compassion meditation. Find a quiet place to sit comfortably. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Imagine yourself as a child who is feeling hurt and lost. What words of comfort would you offer that child? Say those words to yourself now. Repeat phrases like, I am worthy of love, I am enough as I am, and I am allowed to feel this pain and still move forward. This meditation helps to cultivate a sense of self-love and acceptance, even in times of distress. 2. Journaling for emotional release. Journaling is a powerful tool for emotional release and reflection. It allows you to express your feelings without judgment, helping you to process and understand your emotions more deeply. Set aside time each day to write about your thoughts and feelings. Be honest and raw. This is for your eyes only. Write about what hurts, what you're afraid of, what you're hopeful for, and what you're grateful for. Exercise, the 3-part journal. Divide your journal into 3 sections. 1. What I feel, where you can freely express your emotions. 2. What I need, where you identify what you need for comfort, healing, and support. And 3. What I hope, where you write about your hopes for the future and the steps you can take to make them a reality. 3. Establishing a self-care routine. Self-care is not a luxury. It is a necessity, especially when you are healing from a significant emotional upheaval like divorce. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being is vital to your recovery. This can include anything from regular exercise, maintaining a balanced diet, ensuring adequate sleep, practicing mindfulness or meditation, to engaging in activities that bring you joy. Action plan. Creating your self-care menu. Create a self-care menu with 3 categories: mind, body, and soul. Under each category, List 3 to 5 activities that you enjoy or find calming. For the mind, it could be reading a good book or practicing mindfulness. For the body, consider yoga, walking in nature, or a warm bath. For the soul, you might include activities like journaling, listening to music, or spending time with loved ones. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, pick an item from your menu and give yourself permission to take a break and care for yourself. 4. Seeking professional support. Sometimes healing requires professional guidance. There is no shame in seeking help from a therapist, counselor, or support group. A mental health professional can provide a safe space to explore your feelings, offer unbiased perspectives, and equip you with tools to cope with grief and anxiety. Support groups also offer the comfort of shared experiences, helping you realize that you are not alone in this journey. Reconnecting with yourself. Rebuilding self-identity. After a divorce, it's common to feel like you've lost a part of your identity. You may have spent years defining yourself as a partner, and now that role has changed. This is the perfect time to reconnect with yourself and rediscover who you are outside of that relationship. Ask yourself, what are my passions? What are my values? What brings me joy? Use this time to explore activities, hobbies, and interests that may have been pushed aside during your marriage. Exercise. The self-rediscovery list. Create a list of things you love to do, have always wanted to try, or enjoyed in the past but set aside. Commit to trying one item from your list each week. This could be as simple as taking a pottery class, hiking a new trail, or volunteering for a cause you care about. These experiences will help you reconnect with yourself and your sense of individuality. Building emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, adapt to change, and keep moving forward. Divorce is a profound challenge, but it also presents an opportunity to build and strengthen your emotional resilience. This involves learning to manage stress, embracing flexibility in the face of uncertainty, and cultivating a mindset of growth and positivity. Mindset shift. The growth mindset approach. Adopt a growth mindset by reframing your thoughts around challenges. Instead of thinking, I can't handle this, try, this is hard but I am learning and growing. Recognize that setbacks are a natural part of any journey, and that each step, even the difficult ones, brings you closer to healing and growth. Moving forward with self-love and hope. Emotional healing after divorce is a complex, layered process that takes time and dedication. There will be days when you feel strong and hopeful, and there will be days when you feel like you are back at square one. Both are part of the journey. The key is to keep moving forward, to keep nurturing yourself with compassion and kindness, and to remember that healing is not about erasing the past, but about making peace with it and opening your heart to the future. As you continue on this path of emotional recovery, know that each small step you take toward healing and self-care is a step toward reclaiming your life and your happiness. Embrace your journey with patience, love, and an unwavering belief in your capacity to heal and thrive.